And the practice I'm going to share with you this morning is one of those 31 practices that you'll receive if you sign up for Authentic Change Wisdom. And it is meditation. And I find that meditation is such a very helpful tool in my life and in the life of clients I've worked with, and yet we all have a lot of resistance to it at various times in our lives. You know, the kinds of things that I hear and the kinds of things that I've said about it for years too is, I'm no good at meditating. I can't sit still long enough. I can't calm my mind. I'm a failure. I can't do this. And yeah, I know all those reasons and excuses because I've used them myself many times too. But developing a meditation practice is one of the most effective ways to get in touch with your authenticity and to hear that voice that comes from your authentic self, not your ego/personality self. And if we don't make time to be still and be quiet, we can't hear that inner voice. It gets drowned out by our ego because our ego, our self-talk, is loud, and it's in our head all of the time with all of those shoulds and criticisms and judgments that we place on ourselves and on others. And it takes being quiet to let those drift away so that we can hear what our soul wants to hear. Some of the other benefits of meditation include having better focus, feeling less anxiety. And I go to a meditation group on Saturday mornings, and each week we go around the circle and talk about what meditation is for us. And a lot of us use it to reduce our anxiety. It leads to more creativity. We're getting more in touch with the right brain, which is the creative side of the brain, more compassion, because we're taking ourselves out of making it all about us, better memory, and less stress. And so any one of those is a really great reason to give it a try. So here's a way that you can get started just to try it if you haven't meditated before, or if you have meditated before and you feel like you're a failure. So meditate on your breath for 10 minutes. And I want you, if you're going to do this, commit to doing it for a week, because you'll have a different experience every time that you do it. And anyone can sit for 10 minutes. It's a choice to just sit for the 10 minutes. So start by sitting or lying down in a comfortable position and set a timer or alarm for 10 minutes so you don't need to keep looking at the clock to see if your 10 minutes is up. And what you want to do is you want to focus on your breath entering and leaving your body. And you can do this by noticing your abdomen rising and falling, or the sensation of the air entering and leaving your nostrils, whatever is easy for you to focus on. And for me, it also helps me to say in my head, breathe in as I breathe in, breathe out as I breathe out. This helps my mind stay focused. And if you've meditated before, or you have another method that you like to use for maintaining focus, that's fine. You can use that too. Now, at some point, you will notice that you're no longer paying attention to your breath. You're no longer noticing the physical sensations. You're no longer saying breathe in, breathe out in your head, but you are lost in your thoughts. And sometimes we've been lost in our thoughts a long time before we notice. Sometimes we notice right away. It doesn't matter. It's real. This is normal. This is completely what meditation practice is about noticing when that happens. And when it does happen, just gently bringing yourself back to noticing your breath. And you might have to do this many times in just 10 minutes, and it's okay. It's normal. The success in doing this practice is that you sit there for the amount of time that you chose to do it, or lie there, whichever you're choosing to do, and that every time you happen to notice that you're lost in your thoughts, that you just bring your attention to your breath again. And really, the more times you have to do it, it is actually kind of better, because as each time we redirect our attention, we're creating a new neural pathway in our brain. So try it. It really has helped me. I struggled for, 20 years with doing it sporadically until I really got to have a fairly regular practice. And even now, I don't do it every single day. I will admit I get in my times where it's like I just don't feel like doing it, and I don't. And frankly, those are the times I need to do it the most. But that's human. I'm human. That's the way it goes. But I have found it to be so helpful for grounding me, helping me feel centered, and reducing that level of anxiety. So love for you to give that a try. And I'd love to hear back from you about how that worked for you, if that was something that you found to be easy or something that you struggled with, or if you found it to be helpful. I'd love to get your feedback on that.